Even the idea of what house ownership is for goes back to that. I mean, house ownership it's still quite important for a lot of people. But the reason it has become important in Britain especially is because we've got into this mindset that house prices have to perpetually increase. And the reason it has to do that is because you climb the housing ladder, you get a bigger house, you have a family, the kids move out, you sell the house, you downsize, you take that capital, and that funds your retirement. It's a very particularly British thing that happens in. If you look around Europe at the source of income for pensioners, I look at, say, Sweden, where something like 90% of a retired person's income comes from the public sector pension, either the state pension or a publicly owned workplace pension fund. In Britain, it's more like 50%. The other 50%, about half of it is private pensions, and about half of it is capital. So we've effectively used the house price bubble to subsidise the state pension.
That can only carry on as long as there's enough people able to come in at the first step, the buying the first house. If the number of those people decreases, and that's not the case, it's much more difficult to do that now. So there must come a point where this kind of bubble system just is going to collapse.
And the warning signs are already there. The key metric for me in this that I've been kind of shouting about for the last few years, and I see other actual economists talk about this. I've seen articles in the Financial Times start to worry about this. The rise in the number of people in their 50s and 60s who are privately renting but can't sell the house and release the capital. And they can't save for a proper pension because they're paying it all in rent. There's a big problem of pensioner poverty coming as a direct result of that entire scheme of inflating a housing bubble to subsidise the state pension. And that's going to pop. It's already starting to pop. The rise in pensioner poverty due to the private rented sector and the inability to fund a retirement is growing rapidly and is going to grow.